But when you... But why does putting force on it cause it to go more toe out when you put force on it? Well, no, when it has... I mean, you said the front and the back is different. So being pushed versus it pushing. That's a long and complicated explanation with how suspension geometry works. Suspension geometry? Nope. No, I don't know. I'm gonna need to, like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't actually know what the suspension geometry looks like. So I have no idea. But the suspension, again, the suspension is a little bit flexible, right? And so when you put force on it, it twists. Where are we? This one. Suspension geometry. But there's different types of suspension though, isn't there? Right? And they all take adjustments different. This seems a little bit complicated. So it's not one recipe for every car, right? So toe in and out is very, very specific and not the most important. Yeah, unless you know exactly what the car is. But in basics, it can help with the feel of how the front end pushes and how the rear end breaks loose. Hmm. So what happens? Okay, so the toe. What happens if you toe in versus toe out? Like, how does that make the car perform differently? Oh, that fell down. Toe in and the front wheel makes it so the cars want to self-steer more, but also understeer more. Toe in, it understeers. Hmm. When you say self-steer, does it mean like it tends to go back to the straight? On the rear wheels, toe in gives you more forward grip, but less sideways grip. Oh. Yeah, the front wheels always wants to go straight. Yep. Yep. If you corner and let go of the wheel, they would start to go straight. More toe in means this is harder. Right, it goes... Right. But because it's pushing against the turn, it understeers. But it's a lot more complicated in total than just that. I'm sure it is, man. I'm sure it is. Also, same with Caster and Ackerman, right? Yeah, okay, so go Caster. They also go hand in hand. I don't. I don't understand. So I still don't understand what difference Caster makes. Because you move the position of the wheel in the wheel well, yeah. It changes the Ackerman angle. Right? Because if the wheels are further apart, then the turning angle changes. Is this simulated in the game? I don't remember seeing... Or maybe I just haven't looked at it close enough. It is, but not in much detail. Yeah, no. I do remember seeing toe in and toe out. I don't remember Caster and Ackerman. Maybe there is. Alright, one more at the top. There and there. Have you played with these things in the game? There are a lot of very in-depth explanations on the web of all these. But I think camber is the easiest and most impactful adjustment for now to learn. Yeah. Yeah, no, I see how that is. Have you played with this stuff inside the game? Like, have you tried it out? I've played around with it in other games and real life. I guess what I want to ask is like, does the game do a good job of simulating this stuff? Haven't had the chance in Forza yet. Okay. Oh, drop the scaffold up there. Forza is still an arcade racing game. Yeah, no, I get it. I can tell. It will never be 100% realistic. I can tell because I beat the game with keyboard. 60, 61. Okay, so we put lights on the slime pump. And it looks like that. A little more interesting than before. Alright, let's continue. I guess, the bamboo things. So, if you take a car, any car, and you say you want to make it race versus make it drift, is that too complicated? Is that just going to be changing everything? In a sense, yeah, pretty much everything. Some things go together, others fight each other. I mean, because if you're racing, you really don't want to drift, right? You want to just stick to the road. There and there. No, but racing is more about downforce for grip. Especially on high speeds. But that's assuming you can maintain high speeds and it's not like there's not a lot of turns. If you go small tracks or autocross, it's more mechanical and tire grip. Right. Right. I mean, I kind of get, because when I'm driving in the game, if you take the wrong car to the wrong race, like it just doesn't work, right? And it's this thing you're talking about. Like some cars have downforce for grip, and some don't. And depending on how tight the turns are, how many turns there are, it's all basically finding a balance in between all the positives and negatives of what an adjustment does, depending on what you want to do. Yeah. Oops. Oh, also I need more iron bars. Let me get some iron out. A car built for high speed would never be as fast as a small car built for tight corners around, let's say, a go-kart track. Yes. But then the small car could never keep up on the straight. Yes. I mean, when I tune my cars, they tend to be bad for both, but I mean, yeah, no, right. When I mess around with my cars, they tend to end up being way too fast, and they just don't turn very well at all. But I think I understand the reasoning for that now. It's cause when the game gives you the numbers, they prioritize speed more than the other things. Or maybe that's just me, maybe I prioritize speed more than anything. Speaking from experience, I have a Mazda MX-5, which is more sports cars, but on a lot of tracks I lose Porsches and the like in the rearview mirror in corners, but I could never keep up on long straights. Right. I don't know, maybe a lot of people are like me. Just go for speed and ignore everything else. That's how you win in Forza, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, yes, but no, some of the races do have tight turns. Speed will get you pretty much anywhere. Yeah, for the most part, yes. Lights there, lights here. If you go to a more simulation type game, it's a different story. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Although, honestly, though, in Forza, I've been playing on normal difficulty. You can't turn up the difficulty in Forza. Like, I have played a few races on higher difficulties, and there you really feel it, right? If you lose control on the corners, then you're gonna lose the race. Or even if you, like, don't corner well enough. So it could just be because I'm playing on easy difficulty. Oh, hey, Harper. What else do I want to ask? I think we covered the main stuff, right? Sixty, 61. Yeah, most of the basics. Alright, cool. Let me check here. It's gonna be different on the other side. Oh no, we just put one in the middle.